Hi everybody. Today's my second video on motivation. I'm going to talk about team motivation. So one of the things I believe in as the leader, be the cheerleader, be the guy that encourages, be the guy that cheers everybody on. Um, you know, Part of that is praising good work. When somebody does a great job, make sure you point it out. Make sure you let people know. Um, it'll encourage those people and it'll encourage the other people around them. Find ways to have fun while people are achieving those goals. So find a way to make work fun. I'm a big fan of work being fun. I know there are times where it's less fun, but encouraging people, getting people bought in, making something fun. You can do things. At one point for one project, um, it was a tight deadline, and I agreed to dress up like a clown for a day. So find some way that's fun, that motivates. And then part of that should be is show who you are. So I just gave you an example of where I dressed up like a clown, and how that came about is when I was in college, I was Bonzo the birthday clown at Farrell's, and of course shared that with the team, and that's what sort of got them to think, hey, we could make John do this, and so I did it. Um, the second thing is think about how you're going to build the team's collaboration, right? A team really is much better when people are working together or teams are working together. Encourage new ideas. Think about how the team can, how others on the team can come up with new ideas, and how are you going to help um, encourage those ideas when they make sense and they help the business. Part of this as well is cross-functional work things. So if there are things, I'm a big fan of if there's things that it can be shared across the teams, use them. I'm also a big fan of when needed, move somebody from one team to another. Again, the cross pollination will help, but anything like that can help the team feel closer and more aligned towards the goals. The other thing is have morale events. Again, I worked at Farrell's. For one morale event, I actually scooped 60 ice cream sundaes. Why? Well, it's one of the ways I paid for college, and it was one of the things the team, wanted to do. We had an ice cream social, and I had a lot of fun doing it. But the important thing is it brings the team together. Um, Communicate often. That's a little harder right now with COVID, but find ways to meet with people. I use Teams a lot and chat at people, and if I'm typing and they're responding, I ask if I can do a quick call. And even just 5 minutes in a Teams meeting, just you and one other person, if that's what it takes to sort of build that bridge of communication, do it. Um, you know, think about if you're getting feedback, you need to take that feedback seriously. It's data for you. If you don't accept the data, if you don't say thank you, that's what you should do when you get feedback. You're not going to get as much of it. Um, Communicate changes early, as soon as you can. I've been on teams where things change very quickly, and as they change, it's really important you communicate to your team these changes as they come, but at the same time, don't let them interrupt the work. So, for example, I'm a big fan if changes are coming, I try not to have them impact the current sprint that the team is on. Um, and then provide insights to the team on why certain goals are important or why these changes are coming. Because, again, if people understand the goal and they understand why, they're more likely to feel motivated and want to achieve those goals. Another thing that's important, especially right now with COVID, is don't overwork your team. The number one thing I do to try to avoid working people too hard is prioritization. I'll prioritize. I'm a big fan of this is what I can do and this is what the team can't do. And guess what? If you want something off the can't do list, you got to take something off the can do list. But think through prioritization. Make sure you're working on the most important things. Make sure that your team understands your priorities or the team's priorities. Listen. If somebody's coming to you and saying they're overworked, listen. They're trying to help you. Most people want to help their manager, help their leader. So if you're getting that feedback, figure out what you need to do to adjust the work. to make people feel like it's a stretch goal, but it's achievable versus a goal that they don't feel that they can achieve at all. So those are some of the things I think about and that I use when I'm leading and trying to motivate teams. And please, everybody, go out, show your leadership.